Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show. Now here's the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, your host, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come.
Hey folks, we're doing a daytime show. We usually shoot at night, forget about it. But I told you I'm probably gonna have to do 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not an alternative fact, forget about it. Because the questions keep coming in and my assistant keeps telling me, you must keep up. So I'm trying to catch up. See how I said that slowly? Catch up. 2 different words. Not catch up like you put on your freaking fries. I know that's the New Yorker and me, forget about it. Now, let's get into the business stuff so we can get into your great questions today. All the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And folks, I got to tell you, when I meet Al Gore, you know what I'm going to do? One of these, nice right hand, which I was famous for when I used to fight. My right hand was my money punch. And why am I going to one of these on Al Gore? Because of freaking global warming. He invented it like the internet. Alternative fact. But today, it's like 73 degrees here in Tulsa. Yesterday, it was, 50, 40, whatever the hell it was. Forget about it. It's hot. It's cold. It's up. It's down. It's over and out. And I know one thing. That's the weather. You like that play on That's Life. All right, now, business stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the RSR YouTube channel by hitting that button in the top right-hand corner. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right, so you can get these shows that you seem to really enjoy because your questions are getting more in-depth and they're from all over the world. I just ad-libbed that. How about that? All right, I stole it from Dean Martin. He ad-libbed it one time on a salute to Sammy Davis Jr. Now, if you subscribe, you will be automatically eligible for all future prizes from the Ringside Report email bag show on the Ringside Report web TV channel. The bouncing ball, forget about it. And when we get to 850 subscribers, we're going to give away this fantastic. It's great. It's really great. It's bigly. Bigly. Is that even a freaking word? Bigly? I won't even say who says that. All right. You will win the Fighting Frenchman, Minnesota's boxing legend, Scott Ledoux. And all you have to do is hit that button and subscribe. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. All right, that's all you got to do. Now, if you want to be on my next show, send your questions in to Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. That's Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. Now, I encourage comments, whether you agree with me, whether you don't agree with me. Just remember one thing about me. To get respect, you must give respect. So you show respect and you get respect. Okay? Instead of 2 different ways there. Don't get confused. As long as you're respectful in your comments, you don't have to agree with me. I don't want you to agree with me. I want you to use your God-given brains and you come up with your own opinions. Okay? Though most of the time I am right, forget about it. I know Deb's like, oh yeah, you're right. But anyways, so leave those comments below the video and I will always reply to you, okay? I'm all about that. You take the time to leave me a comment. I take the time to respond because there's no show without you, the subscribers. I always say I appreciate each and every one of you that subscribes. I appreciate each and every one of you that tells other people about the show. I am not here and you are here. We are equals. There is no me and there is no show without you, the viewer. So I thank you very much. Finally, check us out on Facebook. Like I said, we're close to 25,000. Yes, that's 25K, not 2,500. 25,000, very close, members from the United States and around the world. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm so proud of the posts that you put in there. We have some forget the big names that we have in there, which just, I'm humbled by them coming into my forum and wanting to be part of it. But you, the everyday boxing fan, the knowledge that you have in your head and the great questions and the dream matches and the respect and the opinions, I hardly ever have to call any Mama Lukes out. But when I do, You know I don't play. They're going to get called out, and if they don't act right, they're going to get banned and booted out. There's no racial stuff. There's no disrespect in somebody's opinion. If your opinion is against the other person's opinion, as long as you keep it respectful. Check us out, though. Facebook is Ringside Report, Heart of Boxing Forum. Check out the website, ringsidereport.com. The Heart of Boxing since 2004. Okay? Also, check us out on Twitter at Newsbreaker, N-E-W-Z, Breaker, PR, Papa Romeo is my account on Newsbreaker. And finally, the entertainment side of the house, Newsbreaker, again with a Z.com, the only news source since 2011. Okay? Now, without further ado, let's get into your great questions today from sunny Oklahoma, Tulsa to be exact. All right, let's see what we got. My sister always, she kills me. She puts little notes here to see if she can crack me up and if I keep a straight face. So let's see if she put any little zingers in there today. All right, first up, Bad Brad. Your Pull No Punches commentary to your viewer yesterday on Roy Jones Jr. was beyond right. It was necessary. I do understand that a man has the right to fight on, but when you're getting bad knockout losses anytime you step up, it's time. And when you are a legend like Roy, come on, doesn't he have anyone around him to say, no more, Roy? I hate yes men. Oh, you hate yes men, pal. I despise yes men. Okay, now he goes on to say, I want to ask you, what did you think of Chuck Wepner? Oh, there's a name I've never been asked about before. He was such a great character, and growing up in New Jersey, I saw him as a teenager and later on as a young man in the late 60s and through the late 70s, floating around town. Vinny T from Bayonne, New Jersey. Well, Vinny T from Bayonne, New Jersey, welcome to the show, pal. That's my old stomping grounds, Newark, New Jersey. Flew out the airport. Out of that airport many times. Used to go into the city. Actually, I lived in New York, but I used to go to New Jersey all the time. Love New Jersey. Used to shop. Anybody, leave a comment below if you know what I'm talking about. There was a store, a clothing store called Daffy Dan's. The millionaires, I think, discounters or something like that. I used to buy a lot of clothes there because they'd have knockoff stuff. Really reasonable. Daffy Dan's. Anybody remember Daffy Dan's? Well, I used to shop there in the 80s before I joined the military. Excuse me, with my Uncle Gene. Now, you asked about Chuck Wepner. I know Chuck Wepner. He's a great guy. Chuck and Linda Wepner. Linda is his wife. Okay? Great couple. I interviewed Chuck for my book, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime. We know he fought Muhammad Ali. He went to the 15th round. He didn't finish. He got stopped. And Rocky is based on him. And Chuck is an absolute character. If you just tap him, he bleeds all over the place. He was the Bayonne bleeder. Tough son of a gun. Not a really skilled fighter, but tough. When Sonny Liston fought him, I think it was in 70, I think. Look it up. I could be wrong about the date. He said when he was punching him, he could hear things breaking in his face. Sonny punched that hard. Very tough guy. I think his last fight was in, if my memory serves me right, 1978 versus Scott Frank, who went on to fight Larry Holmes in an absolute blowout of a fight. I don't know how Scott got a title shot. Well, because of Lou Duva, that's why. But that was his last fight, I think, and he lost a decision, Scott Frank. Now, a tough guy, a charismatic guy, funny as all outdoors. The wise guys loved him. He used to drive around in an Eldorado car, from what I understand, for people that lived in Jersey, that I actually was in the Navy with, some older guys. And they said, it said the champ on there, and I believe he was either the USBA or the NABF heavyweight champion of the world, which was a stepping stone when it meant something onto a title shot. All right, Vinny T from Bayonne, New Jersey. Hey, welcome to the show again, pal. And there's the answer to your question. Next up. All right, this is a long one. Bad Brad. I'm a massive boxing fan and a lover of New York City. Me and my wife chose New York City instead of England to get married in. Well, congratulations. I don't know if you're newlyweds, but that's great. In New York City. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. If I had a voice, I'd continue to sing all frickin' day. Anyways, forget about it. All right, so I love to listen to people with great knowledge of boxing and people with opinions. Here's my question: as I've got to get some work done whilst I watch The Sopranos. Oh, this guy watches The Sopranos. Forget about it. Hey, Watch yourself, pal. Sopranos is a great show. One of the greatest ever. Anyways, a question, well, a double question. Who do you think will win the fight between Joshua and Klitschko? And who do you think is the best heavyweight out now? I believe Tyson Fury is. He schooled the 10-year champion Klitschko. No one had got close to the beating. AJ is good, a power puncher, but he's fought no one yet. And the Bronze Bomber, another good, not great fighter who's cherry-picked his opponents. I think that excuse me, Anthony Joshua Klitschko fight will go to points, and Klitschko will nick it just. Then the Fury rematch, and then Rightful Champ will have the belts back. James H. from Walsall, near Birmingham, England. Well, I never heard of that. Well, James H., welcome to the show, pal. And I know you. You're on LinkedIn. You commented on my show that you liked it. I greatly appreciate you, pal. And you said you subscribed to the channel, and I double appreciate you. You get a double forget about it on that. All right, so let's start out because you got a novel here. So you want my opinion on who will win between Joshua and Klitschko. I've already put that out. I'll say it again. Anthony Joshua is going to knock out Vladimir Klitschko in the later rounds. That's what I think. Okay? Can Klitschko win? He's got a chance, but I think he's long in the tooth. And I think AJ's not in his prime yet, but he's getting better and better. Knockout. He could win a decision too, but I'm going to go with a knockout. So there's your answer on that. And what did you say here? Power puncher, bomber. You said, and who you think is best heavyweight out now? Anthony Joshua. It's not Joseph Parker. It's not Tyson Fury. And I'm no longer impressed with Luis Ortiz. He should have knocked out Malik Scott. The last guy he fought was a joke. I'm not impressed with him anymore at all. So Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight out there. You go on to say Bronze Bomber is a good fighter. Yeah, he's not a great fighter. I agree with you there. They do cherry pick. The minute he steps up and fights Joshua, he's getting beat. And what else? I think the fight will go to points, and Klitschko will nick it. Well, I just told you I disagree with that. And Fury rematch with Klitschko, and then you say that Klitschko will have the belts back. I don't see Klitschko winning, but okay, let's just give you the benefit of the doubt that Klitschko beats Joshua and he fights Tyson Fury if he could leave the nose candy alone. Look, the mental problems, I got empathy for him. Not sympathy, but empathy. Okay, depression and stuff like that's no joke. But the nose candy, I got no sympathy for anybody. That's the choice. You choose to put it up your nose or tap it in your arm or digest it or whatever you do. That's on you. Okay, that is on you. It's a choice. So no, I don't have pity for people that get strung out on drugs. I'm sorry. You want to bash me over that? That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. Okay, I am against drugs. I hate them. I've seen them destroy people, good people. You choose to do it. Okay? Now, I think that answers all of your questions. Yeah. All right, James. Hey, send them in anytime, pal, from across the pond. And make sure you give the Queen my best. I think it's a week from next Friday. Then we're going to meet for crumpets and tea. Tell Queenie I love her, and I'll see her soon. All right, on the Queenie love note, we're going to take a short commercial break. So make sure you check out those commercials. Forget about it. Hey, folks, this is Bad Brad Berkwick, the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show. Forget about it. And I want to talk to you about an exciting opportunity to advertise or sponsor on my show. If you're interested, send serious business inquiries to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Forget about it.
Excuse me?
What?
Aren't we supposed to be doing a shoot for your book ad?
Yeah, but I'm reading right now. I'm reading an interview in my book with James Quick Tillis. And I tell you what, I didn't realize I did a heck of an interview.
And
I guess we do need to do this book ad.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, here's the book. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Me. Forget about it. All right, there it is on the back. Okay, and on the front. Now, how do you order this book? You go to authorhouse.com and you'll pick it up wholesale. You'll save a few fazools. Forget about it. But if you want to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you can do that too. You're just going to pay retail that way. Now, for all the folks that ask me, yes, I will take this book here if you mail it to me and cover postage and handling to Tulsa and to wherever you live in the world. I will personally autograph your book. Again, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by The man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad bread out. All right, folks, we're now back with the RSR Video Email Bag Show on a sunny afternoon. And it's quiet in here, and I gotta tell you, I miss my fur babies. Santino Corleone Berkwood and Bella Dawn Berkwood are at the groomers, getting their haircuts and bathed and their nails done and all of that great stuff. They love it. Santino talks like this in his voice. Santino says, "Hey, Dad, why don't you leave us here? We'll hang out. There's a lot of broads over here, Dad. There's some fine looking. I met a Chihuahua Shih Tzu mix. She got the hots for me, Dad. Forget about it." That's how Santino talks. And Bella, oh, don't even get me started with Bella. Bella don't play. Bella's the gangster in the house. I tell you that. Forget about it. Everybody says it's me. It's Bella. Now, if you were living under a rock during the commercial break and you just joined us, he said, "Who the hell is this guy with the hands and the pinky ring and the necklace and the Clemenza? Leave the gun. Take the cannolis." Clemenza from The Godfather. He said, "Who the hell is this guy?" Well, I'm going to tell you who the hell I am. I'm the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkwood. And again, this is the RSR Video Email Bag Show. Now, make sure you subscribe by hitting that button in the top right-hand corner. I greatly appreciate all of my new subscribers. Spread the word, because this show is all about you. How many shows out there are taking questions? And if they are, how many are being brutally honest? Okay, and respecting your opinions when you show respect. All right, one more time. Subscribe. Now let's get to the remainder of your questions today. Forget about it. Next up, Bad Brad. Do you have updates on on Andre Ward giving Sergey Kovalev a rematch? If he doesn't and either retires or avoids him and take on other fighters, do you think it hurts his legacy? Ron G from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, Tulsa, Oklahoma in the house, my hometown. Forget about it. All right, Ron G, well, welcome to the show. First of all, yes, it does hurt his legacy. It does not preclude him when he retires from going into the Hall of Fame when I think it's 5 years, retired 3 or 5. I got to check that because I think it was 5 years. No, but it hurts him in this sense with the boxing fans. He owes Sergey Kovalev a rematch for a couple reasons. One, because I don't think he won the fight. Now, that's my opinion, but there's a lot of people out there that feel, excuse me, I got to put water on my desk because my voice it's raspy enough. I get a little dry cotton mouth because I do a lot of talking here. It's not with just the hands, it's with the voice too. I'll start putting water on my desk and taking a little squeak here and there. All right, so anyways, because I think he lost. Okay, you think he won, not you, but say a viewer thinks he won. Okay, well, it was a controversial decision nonetheless. And when you have a large contingent out there that feels that fighter A really won and it wasn't fighter B, and you're a true champion, Andre is. I'm not saying he's not. He owes Sergey Kovalev a rematch. Second of all, it was absolutely a bum deal that Kovalev got because he took a smaller cut. I understand Andre is what they call the A side, he's the B side, but still, the discrepancy in the pay was just absolutely ridiculous. He owes Sergey Kovalev a rematch, and if he beats him outright and he knocks him out, which I don't see that, but if he beats him by a wide decision, then it answers the question. You don't have to do it 3 times. Okay? But yes, he does. It hurts his legacy, but it doesn't stop him from going into the Hall of Fame because Andre Ward is still a fantastic fighter, and I got much respect for him, and I will still respect him, but I will give him shit if I ever meet him that you should have given Kovalev a rematch. All right, pal? Here's the answer to your question. Ron G from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Last question of the RSR Video Email Bag Show on this sunny Tulsa afternoon. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second because I don't want to forget. Today, folks, is a very special day. And why is this special? Drum roll. Today, and I'm going to give her age away because she looks fan-freaking-tastic. It is my lady, the love of my life, Debbie, as we call her on Ringside Report, D2 Edwards, 47th birthday. 47. Yeah, I'm with the younger woman. So what? It is her birthday. She is one of the most beautiful, kindest, sweetest people you ever want to meet on planet Earth. And she happens to be my lady, as I said. So, babe, happy birthday. Today's February 21st, 2017. Mwah. I love you, babe. Happy birthday and many, 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 many more. Had to get that out. I should have said at the beginning of the show. Look at it. I dropped my questions. This is live TV. At its best. Okay. Last, oh man, this is a doozy too. Bad Brad. You, sir, are taking over the boxing world with this show, and triple forget about it to you. Your voice is refreshing, your candor needed, and your humor, well, frickin' hysterical. You need to get picked up by one of the major networks, and I can tell you this. My sister-in-law works with one of them. I'm going to plant a bug in her ear to watch you, and if she agrees, to pass your name over to the powers to be. No promises, but if it happens, I would love to see it. Well, pal, I greatly appreciate that. Even if you didn't do that, I still greatly appreciate you thinking about me. I really do. I'm very humbled by stuff like that. Again, because I am very honest, and I'm always going to be. That's how I've been all my life, even in the military. I was always very honest, very straightforward, okay? And I appreciate compliments like that. All right, now he goes on to say, I want to ask you a question related to your book, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime, that I picked up recently. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that too, pal. In it, you are very vocal about a mandatory retirement fund for all boxers, and I've heard many boxing writers talk who knew the sport, but they never brought this up. Your passion is impressive. Has one been instituted, and if not, what are your current thoughts on it since your book came out well over a decade ago? Bert A. from Miami, Florida. Well, Bert A., welcome to the show, and once again, thank you for all of your wonderful compliments. I truly, truly am humbled and appreciate them. I'm being absolutely sincere. That is true. I was very, very vocal in my book, and from 2000 to around 2004, I was very, very vocal. Closest I ever got to anybody that really had power was John McCain, senator, as we know, from Arizona. I didn't meet Senator McCain, but I got to his underling, right under him. I just could never, his schedule that we were going to secure a meeting, it never happened. His schedule was hectic, and my schedule, I was in the military at the time, stationed in Pentagon, we could never cross. But he knew about me. He did, because he actually signed a picture to me about it, which was really nice. Sadly, Bert, all these years later, not a freaking thing has been done about it. And I honestly, I'm not saying I wouldn't fight for it again. Everybody I interviewed, for the most part, 99 and 9/10 of the people I interviewed, boxers, celebrities, trainers, and so on, in the boxing business organization, were for it. Sadly, I don't believe it's ever going to happen. And if it does, I still feel it's needed, because you see too many broke fighters. But I don't think it's going to happen, Bert. And I haven't lost the passion for it. But, you know, when you fight for something, and you keep meeting resistance, there's time to, I hate to say throw in the flag, because I didn't throw in the flag. I still discuss it from time to time. When I used to do sports talk, and I was the boxing analyst on News Channel 8 out of Virginia from 2000 to 2012, I used to talk about it a lot. A lot of people heard me. A lot of people said they were for it. But when it came time for the powers to be, they didn't want it. They didn't want it. And what can you do? All right? But thank you for picking up my book, and thank you for asking such an intelligent question. And thank all of my viewers for asking these great questions. I'm telling you, I won't say they're getting better and better. They are, but all questions, short ones, long ones, they're all good to me. They all mean something to me, because you took the time to send them in, okay? I'm here for you. I never cherry pick. We never throw one out, okay? We may edit one if you're a Mama Luke hockey puck, and if it's so freaking bad with craziness, the only thing that might be on there is your name. I'll read your name, and that's it. And then you know that, hey, I did at least get your question from my assistant. All right, one more time, folks. That, as we say, it's another RSR video email bag show in the can. And again, subscribe by hitting that button in the top right-hand corner of your screen. On that note, we're going to end it like this. I'm going to put my hands up. I'm not under arrest. Why am I hollering? I already got the job. All right, I stole that from Dean Martin, too. Why did I steal it? Because Dean Martin is funny as hell. God rest his soul. That man is very, very, very funny. Isn't that right, Randy? Dean Martin is a classic. Okay, on that note, as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, oh, I wish I could sing this line. The best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.